Mr. Speaker, this is a vital decision for the future of our country, and I believe we should also be clear that it is a final decision. An idea has been put forward that if the country votes to leave, we could have a second renegotiation and perhaps another referendum. Mr. Speaker, I won't dwell on the irony that some people who want to vote to leave apparently want to use a leave vote to remain, but such an approach also ignores more profound points about democracy, diplomacy and legality. This is a straight democratic decision, staying in or leaving, and no government can ignore that. Having a second renegotiation followed by a second referendum is not on the ballot paper. And for a Prime Minister to ignore the express will of the British people to leave the EU would not just be wrong, it would be undemocratic. British people vote to leave, there's only one way to bring that about, and that is to trigger Article 50 of the treaties and begin the process of exit. And the British people would rightly expect that that should start straight away. Let me be absolutely clear about how this works. It triggers a 2-year time period to negotiate the arrangements for exit. At the end of this period, if no agreement is in place, then exit is automatic unless every one of the 27 other EU member states agrees to a delay. And we should be clear that this process is not an invitation to rejoin, it is a process for leaving. Sadly, Mr. Speaker, I have known a number of couples who've begun divorce proceedings, but I do not know of any who've begun divorce proceedings in order to renew their marriage vows. Now, I want to explain what happens with Section 50. We should also be clear. What would happen if that deal to leave wasn't done within 2 years? Our current access to the single market would cease immediately after 2 years were up. Our current trade agreements with 53 countries around the world would lapse. This cannot be described as anything other than risk, uncertainty and a leap in the dark that could hurt working people in our country for years to come.